In the previous video, we used functions while developing programs. In this video, let us learn to return a value from a function and to assign the return value to a variable. Also, let us understand the role of special value called none and the use of special arguments called keyword parameters. When we define a function, the function call evaluates to a value. For example, the function length evaluates to an integer value, which is the length of a string, that is the number of characters present in a given string. In general, any function call will evaluate to a value, and the evaluated value is a return value of that function. While creating a function with parameters, programmer can return a value with the special Python statement called return statement. A return statement has two parts. First is the return keyword, and second is the value or expression that the function should return. And the expression used with the return statement will return a value, that is the value that is evaluated with that expression. As an example, let us define a function that returns different string depending on the number that is passed to a function. We import the library random, and this is the function which takes the parameter answer number. Note that this function evaluates to a string value. It means that the function returns a string value that is depending upon the parameter. If the parameter answer number holds the value 1, then it returns it is certain. If the parameter holds the answer number 8, then it returns, the function getAnswer returns outlook not so good. This is the main program where we generate a random number between 1 to 9, as we consider only the parameters between 1 to 9, and we pass that random number that is generated with randint to a function getAnswer, and this getAnswer function evaluates to a string, and that string is assigned a return value, which is a string, is assigned to a variable called fortune, and there we display the variable that is actually the returned string by the function getAnswer. The previous program uses one library that is called random, wherein we used randint function to generate the random number between 1 to 9. And we defined a function getAnswer function which takes one argument, which is of type integer, and the function evaluates to a value which is of type string, and this return value is assigned to a variable in the main function by having a function call with the function name and the parameter, that is the random number generated with the randint function. Programmer can define a function with return statement or without return statement. If the function returns a value, then such a function is called as a fruitful function. If the function doesn't return any value, such a function is called as void function. Note that the programmer can also pass the return values as an argument to another function. Let us consider this example. The first statement will generate a random number, and random number is assigned to a variable r, and the get answer is a function which returns a string which is evaluated based on the parameter r, and the return string is printed onto the console. These three statements can be merged with a single line as print get answer, and get answer requires a parameter, and the parameter is the random number that is generated with the built-in function randint. You can see that the get answer is a function which takes the parameter which is a return value of the built-in function randint. This is the second function, built-in function, and this is the first function, get answer. Similarly, we can use the function calls in the expressions, because the functions are always evaluates to a value if the function has the return statement. Thus, the function call may be embedded within the expression. Python has a special value called none, which represents the absence of a value. None is the only value of a special data type called none type, and like Boolean values true and false, none must be typed with a capital N. And this none value is useful to improve the readability of a function as well as the program, wherein programmer can assign the value none to a return variable to discriminate the actual value that is found in the variable as a return value, or the a special value none. One good example of the use of none is a print statement. This print statement takes the argument and displays the argument onto the console. Since all functions need to evaluate to a return value, the print function returns none. Remember, if the programmer doesn't use return statement in the function, that means the programmer defines a void function. The Python adds a return none statement to the end of the function definition. With functions, most of the arguments are identified by their position in the function call. For example, the function randint 1, 10 is different from randint 10, 1, as randint 1, 10 returns a random number between 1 to 10, and the randint 10, 1 returns an error. In Python, we have a special arguments called keyword arguments, which are identified by a keyword put just before the argument in the function call. And these keyword arguments are normally used as optional parameters. For example, the print function has the optional parameters called end and SCP to specify what should be printed at the end of its arguments as well as between its arguments. Let us demonstrate the use of end and SCP, which is used to print the spaces as well as the special characters at the end of its arguments as well as between its arguments. In this example, we have two print statements, and the output of these two print statements appear on separate lines because the print function automatically adds a new line character to the end of the string. Let us take up another example. The output of these two print statements is a single line wherein we get the single string hello world, as we have used the default argument, that is a keyword argument end, with the empty string or blank string. Similarly, when we pass multiple string values to a print function, the print function automatically adds single space between the string values. If we print these two strings, these three strings with the print function, we see the result having these three strings with single space between them. This is the default behavior of a print function, wherein the single space is automatically added between the multiple string values. The default behavior of adding single space between multiple string values can be changed with the keyword argument called SCP, separator. Here, to separate these three strings, we use a comma. The default behavior is a space. We can override the default behavior with the separator character. Here we have used a special character comma, and the result of print statement is cats, dogs, mice. This is how the programmer can use the keyword arguments while defining the custom functions, as well as the programmer can use the keyword arguments with built-in functions. Let us take up the programming examples. Now let us write a function to swap two variables and to return the swapped variable contents to the main program. Here is the program. We define a function called swap, which takes two parameters, variable 1, variable 2, and this is a fruitful function which returns a tuple. That means a set of values separated with comma, and with the tuple we return the variable 2 first, followed by variable 1 as a second item. We develop the main program here, wherein we read first number from the user data 1, and we read second number from the user data 2, and we display them, the red values from the keyboard, and then we make a call to a function swap. We pass first number as a first parameter argument and data 2 as a second argument, and this swap function just returns the variables in the reverse order. The variable 2 is nothing but data 2, and variable 1 is data 1, and now data 1 holds the value of data 2 and the data 2 holds the value of data 1, and we print the value of data 1 and data 2, and this is the result of the execution. We enter two number 12 and 21, and before swap we see that data 1 holds 12, and after the swap we can see that data 1 holds 21 as well as data 2 holds 12. This is how we can swap the variables with the help of a simple function swap, wherein we return the tuple containing these two variables or variable values. Let us take up the second programming example. Let us write a function to check the number is prime or composite. What is prime number? Prime number is a number which is not divisible by any other number other than 1, and all the numbers other than prime numbers are called composite numbers because they are divisible by other smaller numbers. For example, 3 is a prime number. We don't find any divisor which is less than 3 other than 1. And 4 is a composite number because we find the divisor, that is 2. 2 into 2, that is 4. That's why it is composite number. We can compute that number with the help of other numbers. Let us write the program to check whether the given number is a prime or not. Here is the function. Function prime test will takes the argument, the number. What we have to do is we start from 2 onwards because prime number is a number which is not divisible by other numbers which are less than that number except 1. So we start finding the divisors from 2 up to n by 2. This is the integer division, n by 2 plus 1. Since we use the range function, we need to have one more number there. This is the integer division, n by 2 plus 1, so that this for loop will be executed up to n by 2 with the increment 1. And if that divisor, that is the integer from 2 to n by 2, is actually a divisor, then we return 0 saying that it is a composite number. And if we completed this for loop with no return of 0, that means there is no divisor is found, then we return 1 indicating that it is a prime number. This is the simple the script to test whether the given number is a prime or not with a single for statement. This is the main program. We read the number and then we call a function prime test of the number. You can see the if expression has got the function call. The expression is a function call which takes the evaluated value, that is either 0 or 1. If it is 0, it is composite number. If it is 1, it is prime number. This is how you can test the number, whether that number is a composite number that has got the divisors, or we can print that number is a prime. Let us summarize this video session. Every function evaluates to a value, and the evaluated value is returned to a main program with the return statement. And we have a special return value called none, which represents no value returned to a main function or the caller function. The programmer can use keyword parameters like separate and end with respect to print function, as well as the programmer can define custom functions with default or keyword arguments. With these concepts of function parameters and function returns, now you will be in a position to develop a little complex programs with the help of multiple functions.